It all started during lockdown when I disappeared into my shed and I built my first whirligig. And before long, I was making 10 a week, 25 a week, 50 a week, and I was selling them on eBay and to friends all over the place. Made a fortune. Anyway, if you want to see how to make whirligigs, just look at this series. They're in no particular order, but I cover all things: how I finished up with my final design, how I make the hubs, how I make the propellers, how I design them. It's all there. All you have to do is watch, and you too become a millionaire like me and retire to Barbados and lay on a sandy beach with all the money you earn making whirligigs. Only joking.
Right, here we go. How do I make my propellers? A lot of people have asked me who have viewed my videos on YouTube on how do I make my propellers for my whirligigs. Well, to start with, this was purely a hobby and I was just going to make one-offs for the family and for anybody. But lately now I've been asked to make so many, so I've had to look for a way of making the propellers quicker, cheaper, and more, what can I say, aesthetically? No, better looking, shall we use that word? Anyway, this is the first propeller I made. There we go, look at it. I had a big think about it because I didn't know, what angles to put the blades on with reference to the hub. So this is the first one. As you can see, it's just a square hub, and what I decided to do was to make the propeller out of solid wood, which I cut down with a sorry about this, we'll start again. Yep, great. With my bandsaw, that's it, bandsaw. Put them into a piece of dowel rod like this, as you can see. And then we drilled some holes into the, put those in there, which allowed me to twist the blades around so I could work out the best speed. And this was quite a good way of doing it. And the first two or three I actually made this way, and they worked very successfully. They've been in the garden on some of my old whirligigs, spinning around quite happily. But as I've been asked to make loads of whirligigs now, or more, and we actually do sell them on YouTube, not YouTube, eBay, sell them on eBay, I had to find a quicker and better way of doing it. So originally I would start with a block of wood, similar to, if I can find it up, yeah, similar to, similar to this, nice block of wood, an old piece of wood like that. Then I would cut it down. Originally, as you can see, I did them at an angle, the blades at an angle. And then I would then put them on the bandsaw and just take a slice off, like that. Which was, I thought, quite good. It took ages to do. But the biggest problem was, as soon as the bandsaw blade got a little bit blunt, or I used to get all these edges on it. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Yeah, I don't know if you can. Can you see edges? And I was spending hours, not hours, but a lot of time sanding them down so I could get them, respectable. This one here, you can see I actually tried to cut it on the table saw. Good. But then I found out that you couldn't, it was very hard to get the same thickness of the blades. So I gave that up as a bad job. As you can see, I still have all my practice bits here. Never throw them away. Never throw anything away. Oh, I thought, well, what else could I use for blades apart from wood? So I went over and decided to use Perspex. Plastic, I don't know what plastic it is, Perspex, which was very good, nice and solid. Didn't need no painting, I thought. But then to actually source this and make it viable, it just didn't work, because you couldn't get this up. My thing is to reuse, recycle and upcycle old bits, and I just couldn't get enough. So I went away from that plastic and decided, let's try something different. Why is there a lot out there? And at the time, I managed to get hold of myself a lot of old guttering. So I decided to try and make a blade out of guttering, and this is it. Very good. Cut it out. Again, no painting. Make a hub, put it on there. But problem being weight. Yes, weight was the problem. And though it did work quite well, it needed quite a bit of wind to turn it round. And it got away from my thing of making with wood. So we gave that idea up. As you can see, we do practice a lot. So then I decided that instead of using pieces of wood, I'd use some plyboard or plywood. This was the type of stuff. It's a thin 3mm plywood. So we managed to get hold of some plywood. I haven't got any here to show because I've cut it all up. In the meantime, I did try it with some hardwood, or hardboard. Not a good idea. It blew. So what we did then was I managed to get hold of some 3mm exterior plyboard, which is what this is here. And the gentleman at the wood suppliers cut it for me into I think 60mm. Yeah, 60 there thicknesses. And as you can see now, I've gone away from the chamfered edge, just one cut, one on. So what we did was then we cut them into long bits, so they were 60 by, can't tell you, where's my other tape measure? Got one here somewhere. There we go, 60 by 7 3/4. See, so I'm using one. Width is in millimetres, length I'm using in inches. 20 centimetres, there we go, that's better. Let's try and keep it all standard. So therefore we then cut these into 60 by 20 pieces of wood. Tape them together like that, and then we got our master, drew round it, and we cut them out into blocks of, I think these are 12, 2, 4, 6, yeah, 3 blades, 12. So there's 12 there. And out of one sheet of wood, which I think cost me about, I think 25 UK pounds, I don't know what it is in dollars and euros, I'm sure you can work it out. And then, I just made up, and out of one sheet, I managed to get 60 blades. So 60 blades, £25. I thought, well, that's quite adequate, which was good.
Well, thank you very much for watching the video. If you'd like to support my channel, you can do so by obviously sharing and liking and subscribing to the channel. But even more, I'd appreciate it more if you'd love to buy me a cup of tea so I can dunk my biscuits into. It would be greatly appreciated. Follow the link in the description. Thank you.